My mom. She
You
started
got a good mom.
Facebook.
Yeah, you have a good
Yeah,
mom.
I have a great mom.
Yeah.
Those stories are true. Like, you have to write it down. Write it down so that way you can always go from it. And I'm saying, when you asked me earlier about a moment, an opportunity came to me maybe about 2 weeks ago, and all I had to do was go back to my files and pulled out a business plan that I put together since 2018, right? And pulled it out to come into fruition today, literally.
It's very cool, I have to say, because I did not know that they did that. So it's quite cool that international students can come and learn, journalism, and to learn to learn English as well. It's very cool as well. And he is very good. I have to say, from what I've seen with you guys, with yourself and him. So it's good chemistry.
Yeah, I can definitely.
Even though I didn't know what you were talking about, however, but I could tell it was very good chemistry. All I understood was money, money, money.
Yeah.
This is not wasted, by being on me at the moment. Like this is the way the future's going. It's Cameron Keast at his very best as Pro Style champion. I'm really excited to see like where it goes, what opportunities I get, who all I get to to be in the ring with and defend the championship against. I'm really excited.
Being able to bring it back into mainstream media and being able to bring the actual sport back to life. So yeah, I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm glad to be just a part of the whole history of it. Hopefully I win that belt, get my name written down in the history books, and maybe in another 100 years' time or something, people get to talk about my name like they did John L. Sullivan's.
Action film where a guy's holed in a safe house and mercenaries and bad guys swarm him to try to kill him, and he has to fend them off and all that. And it kind of grew from there. And Chris Levine, who plays the main guy, is awesome. We did training, we did all of that, and we shot the whole thing in 7 days plus 2 pickup days, so 9 days, and it's a feature film. It's very, very quick, but it was, again, total credit to the cast and crew that made this happen.
Yet, but if they're watching this, I'm sure they're spending the £3 right now. But then my family in America, they have all enjoyed it for what it is. My brother actually thought there was a little too much action. He almost became numb to it, he said at the end, which is fine.
No, actually in May it'll be 25 years.
Okay, sorry, my apologies. On Google, which you shouldn't really like one, it says 1999 you debuted apparently, so I do apologize. Only 2 years out, but yeah, no. So 25 years.
To me, that has a real place in my heart is my music video called Background. It's a short film PSA music video that showcases what I went through as a kid, being bullied physically, mentally, emotionally when I was younger.
Legal, and which is like a really big label, and I can't remember what they said, but apparently they said something like, we think it's a hit, but it's not quite like the biggest hit. They're like, so we really want to sign it, but we think it's just a little bit, just that far off of being like something, we think would go crazy. And I was like, dang, like that sucks. Whatever.
Yeah, probably Dubai. I haven't performed in Dubai yet.
Oh, what a lovely city that is! Lovely. Absolutely.
I've been there. I've been there before. I spent a lot of time. I've got friends that live there and stuff like that. But I've never performed there. Never, and it's criminal.
Just as good, if not better, than just about anybody that stepped into Pro Style. And so, when it comes down to, is if Rhino was coming in and we were going to do this, then we were going to do it right. I was going to step in. I was going to apply my trade. I was going to throw my cards along, and then I was going to face Rhino because anyone else, it could have been anyone else. Really, it could have. We could have brought somebody in. It could have been, Cameron Keast, Pro Style champion.
That's who I thought it was going to be. I was expecting it to be, but I was quite shocked when you decided to come out of the ring and say it's going to be you. So, way to go, by the way. Great way to put yourself out there. It's on the screen.
That's crazy you asked this, and also I'm very impressed that you know the lingo, lower third package.
yeah, the lower thirds and the newest tickets out as well.
Yes. For the people on the call who aren't familiar, lower third is, I'm sure you're seeing this on your screen now, but it's the graphic that's the lower third of the screen. And it has whatever the title of the person is or the topic.
Different type of opportunities, things like that. And I'm in a place where right now my career has been pretty stagnant. So I moved up from 154 to 160.
Yeah, and so like I mentioned, I've kind of evolved, you know, the way that I cover all of that. I find that I really just want to focus on things that are positive. And there is a lot of that in the reality world.
Yeah, no, I really enjoy acting. I would love to do more of it. You know, unfortunately, I'm in a city where there's not a ton of acting work. There's just not a lot of filmmaking in Colorado.
The imagination of how far this could go. I thought right from the very first game that it had legs in the sense that IO Interactive very wisely decided not to dumb down the game.
Started at a very odd time with the broadcast in Manchester.
Yeah.
And I thought, all right, we want to get, my wife and I went to London for a week afterwards. We're like, you know what? We're going to get off the air about 4 a.m. We can literally be packed. We could go right to the train station, take the train to London, and we're off. Our vacation started. Now, I forgot at that time that there were thousands of very happy and somewhat intoxicated fans, very polite, that were all taking that same train to London.
Oh, that was a cool music video as well. We did a drive-in movie theater with that one, and I even learned how to dance for it.
What was going through your mind? Because you were in control before he had knocked you out. I thought you were going to knock him out, and then all of a sudden he just turned it around and knocked you out in about a second.
For sure. I mean, production was made to go wrong. It was never made to be right.
Okay. This afternoon, the Queen died peacefully at Barmore this afternoon, around 2 o'clock apparently, this afternoon as the source. And the King and the Queen consort remain at Barmore this evening and will return to London tomorrow. That's King Charles and his new Queen.
Wow, I mean, recapping my life over the course of 2 years, I'll give you the spark notes because we'd be here all day.
I agree. I do think it'll be a tough game. Looking at how United's playing at the moment, since dropping Maguire and Ronaldo, you have been a completely different side.
Mostly, I would say mostly Maguire.
Oh yeah, no. How are we still in the England squad is beautiful.
I know. It's just mind-blowing. Obviously, the manager has his favourites.
Okay. I would love to. Given the opportunity in the future, I would, I'd be more than happy to do, get in the ring and come back to England, get in the ring and roll around with him, sure.
Yeah, well, because when the show began in 2019, Theresa May was the Prime Minister over here. Then we had Boris Johnson as well, and then we had Liz Truss. Now she's resigned, and we have another Prime Minister coming. We've been here since the Theresa May days, so that was interesting to live through, and now we can get another leader. Hopefully they last longer than 44 days, maybe not, maybe they might last 30 days, who knows. While you were talking though, we did show the wrong picture. We showed a picture while you were talking. Instead of clicking back to this picture, I clicked on the only.
I mean, you could see it that way, but you could also say, maybe he had a sore back and I was just helping him with some amateur chiropractics.
Part of the United States, near Indiana, I guess.
Indiana.
If you need a trainer, then I can do that as well.
Or if you need somebody to knock out a ref, he can also do it as well.
Matter of fact, in February, I think the first weekend of February, I will be back.
Nice. Can't wait for that, and I'm sure the VCA fans are looking forward to seeing your return to Channel 3, and hopefully you get to see him a bit often, and hopefully there was one episode, because we don't get you suspended again.
Yeah, well, I'm sure I will, but I don't know how.
I did get to meet with Brian Gerwitz, who,
Oh, yes.
you know,
Yes.
yeah, you know, he was the head writer of Raw from '99 to 2012.
Yeah.
And you know, and he's the vice president of Seven Bucks Productions, and he's producer and writer and everything on this show. So we got to talk. And
That's awesome.
He came to my holding area before my final scene of that week, and he has to take a picture with me.
Oh, wow.
So that he could send it to my character's son.